Malgré un talent unanimement salué sur la scène internationale, le guitariste canadien Ariel Posen compte parmi ces musiciens dont l'aura médiatique reste encore relativement discrète dans l'Hexagone. Pourtant, John Mayer le cite parmi ses guitaristes favoris et sa participation au Crossroads Guitar Festival d'Eric Clapton en 2023 avait contribué à asseoir un peu plus sa notoriété auprès des amateurs du genre. Ariel Posen se fait d'abord remarquer comme sideman aux côtés des frères Landress avant de lancer sa carrière solo en 2019. Son univers musical est un mélange singulier de blues, rock et pop, porté par une voix feutrée et un jeu immédiatement reconnaissable entre accordage grave, sonorité fuzzy et un usage lyrique du bottleneck. Une identité forte qui n'a pas échappé à Fender, dont le catalogue s'est récemment enrichi d'un modèle signature Ariel Posen. C'est à l'occasion du 5e Montreux International Guitar Show que j'ai eu le plaisir de rencontrer le guitariste canadien pour une interview guitare en main, un entretien durant lequel nous avons échangé autour de son excellent nouvel album Bannatyne, ses influences, son approche du chant et de la guitare, avant de conclure par un tour d'horizon de son matériel. Bon visionnage.
There isn't a story behind the relationship with the people at PRS or my relationship with John. He's been a friend for quite some time. I know that he had some people in mind that he wanted to be a part of that, and I'm super grateful to be asked. I was driving out to start a tour. My band was coming in the next morning, so I was driving to get there with all the gear and everything. And I got a call on the drive to say, can you be in LA in 3 or 4 days for this thing? And I go, crap, I'm like literally starting a tour right now. What day? And it was like, I don't know, Saturday. And I was like, oh, I actually have a day off. So if we can make it work logistically, I'm down. So, it was like we had to change some hotels and they flew me. That's the beauty of flying from like Toronto to the West Coast. You gain all this time. So I went in one day, shot it, went right back to the hotel airport, left first thing in the morning, came right back the next day and went back to tour. So timing doesn't always work out for me and people for those kind of things, but that time it worked out. And it was a very quick and fun experience. Grateful to be asked to be a part of it. There's days where I'm a John guy and then there's days where I'm a Paul guy, but truly at heart, I identify the most with George. I've always been the quieter guy in the room. I mean, his songwriting, unbelievable. Even his slide playing and his guitar playing is unbelievable. But just his demeanor, he's just like the quiet. He always has resonated with me, his vibe, So I'm gonna go with George. two blueses. That was two choruses, but yeah.
Every word you said, I follow every thread.
Yeah, I do a lot of co-writing with other people for other people's projects, and I produce records for other people as well. And sometimes in those situations, we write together as well. So yeah, all the time. A song's a song. So if a song isn't the right fit for you, or in this case for me, then maybe it's good for someone else. Or I find it's actually a lot easier writing a song when it's not your own song, because you don't have the pressure of, I have to sing this the rest of my life, or I have to be stuck with this song. When you're writing it for someone else, it's their song, and it's a lot easier to just channel into that, I find. They're also different, but there's a song called No Way Out where the whole song is this picking pattern. And I think maybe the chorus of Empty Handed, which is a song I have City and Color featured on, it goes. I like them all. They're all like children, you know? Your children.
Only thing that matters is now and what comes out.
Yeah, I mean, it's expression, and we're trying to just channel what's deep inside and play what's in your head and in your heart, and trying to think less technical and just trying to chase what you're feeling and hearing is what I'd say all of us are doing differently in our own way. But hey, we're all out there trying to do it. I don't know. I like doing both. I'm definitely. I was playing guitar long before I started singing. Now they seem to go hand in hand. I don't know. That's a tough question. They're both important. I like them both. It was the thing that influenced me when I was like 16 or 17 to really, because I started playing when I was 8 or so, and I played almost 8 or 9 years of just no specific direction, and then when I was like a teenager and I heard Stevie Ray Vaughan and I was like, oh, I think I want to take guitar playing seriously now. But it was actually more like, you know, Stevie and Jimmy Vaughan and like actually Robin Ford and like Doyle Bramhall, who's a bit more modern, but like these guys who all had songs, big like song values within, they were very influential early on. But like nowadays, I'm actually not listening. I don't listen really to much blues at all, but it'll always be a gigantic part of me, whether I like admit that it is or it isn't. It just is. It's seeped like deep down, you know what I mean?
Somewhere I have never
first of all, is to think not to be a guitar player necessarily, but the guitar is just the tool that you're using to get the music inside of you out. So I think your goal should be not to be a great guitar player, but to be a great musician and use the guitar to just, because the music is greater than the guitar or any instrument. Channel deep inside what it is you're wanting to say and how you want to say it on here. Don't get so bogged down by just playing the instrument, if that makes sense. It started as a thing that was just inspiring me. It was like, this is fun, I like this. The lower tuning and some of those keys really sat well with my voice for writing. So it was like, this is kind of cool, and I liked I liked the things that was coming out of it, and I was getting really just stuck and used to it. And then it was becoming clear that, like, hey, not a lot of people are doing it this way as well. So if I can be a little unique, I like that a lot. If everyone's running this way, I'd like to go this way. I still play that guitar. Some of the choices were definitely inspired by that guitar. What was inspired from the Mule was just 2 pickups and this configuration, but the actual look and aesthetic was based off of my Jazzmaster, which was like this placid blue with this. It had a matching headstock, but wasn't the vibe that I wanted to go for. It was more aesthetic. That was from the Jazzmaster, and the influence from the Mule was more like ergonomic, like hands-on, Long story short, I've been working with those guys for a long time, and about over 3 years ago now, I was actually, 3 years ago, almost to the day, I was just experimenting a lot, and I wanted to find a pickup combination on a Strat that was 2 pickups, that wasn't humbuckers, that wasn't a super Strat. So I was getting my hands on like these lower priced model Strats and trying different pickup combinations like gold foils. And then I was like, I don't want to do that because that's like a cooter caster. And then I don't want to do humbuckers because it's like too much power. I was just experimenting, and I was telling my friend at Fender, Steven, about it. And long story short, he said, I think you're onto something. Why don't we just do a signature? And I was like, let's do it. That's a huge honor. So let's do it. And we came up with the pickups ourselves with Tim Shaw. So totally hit the vision of like single coil still, but a bit more muscle. So it's a P90 and a Jazzmaster in the neck. Yeah. You're hearing the Mythos Sus Mariosip this whole time. Without it, it's clean. And I always have the slap on from the TC. I use the Octaland from Kingtone for the... Or I use the Mini Fuzz by Kingtone. And the Therme by Chase Bliss. It's another delay, pitch shifting delay. The H9 Does a lot of delays. More subtle. That's like an oil can delay. Does this kind of... Sounds like a rotary. And I have this switcher that I can slow it down, the Leslie. Almost sounds like an organ. It doesn't sound like an organ, but... Speeds back up. Yeah, that's those are the main things. I have a trem and a reverb pedal, but it's broken from the flight, unfortunately. So it's not plugged in. But it's a fantastic reverb and tremolo pedal by Keeley. That's it. And the amp, these are just being provided for the festival. I actually don't know much about them. They sound great. Guess I would just send them my album. Or I would give them a ticket to our show. I always feel like a concert can sometimes give a better understanding of what an artist or a band does over the album. You get the essence of an artist live. I feel that way. You know when you go see someone and you're like, I've never heard of this person, the show was great, so I'm going to check them out. Sometimes I feel like has more impact than just putting an album on Spotify and being like, yeah, it sounds cool. All right. Anyway, so what's for dinner, you know?